is my template for costing all your dishes, pizzas, baked goods, pastries. Okay, it's very easy to use, and I'm going to explain right now how to use it properly. On this template, you're going to be able to find 5 sheets, and the first one is ingredients. We have the first column that is ingredient, basic. We're only going to write down the ingredient we use. Okay, so let's say olive oil. Then the format means the whole package we buy of something, the total amount of weight of that ingredient in that package. So let's say we buy one bag of 25 kilograms of flour, then that's the format. Okay, the whole thing is the format. So let's say olive oil comes for it comes in a liter, so we are going to convert all of our ingredients into grams, because this is the way to get a more specific price. So once we have unit, then we're going to write down the total price of the format. So how much did we pay for that liter of olive oil? Let's say $10. All these prices that you're going to see here are not real, it's just for the example. And then you're going to be able that automatically, once we add the format, the weight of the format, and the price, the total price, we're going to get the price by each gram. Okay, that happens with all these ingredients. Please remember that we're not going to be touching any of the columns or cells that have color. We're only going to be writing down in the ones that are white. Those are the only ones we can modify, because if you modify here or write or tap anything here, then you're going to break the formula, and then the template is not going to work, because this template, this sheet is attached with all of these sheets, the remaining sheets. So then we go to preparations, and this is where we're going to be calculating the price by gram of all those preparations that we have to make before the final dish. So let's say a pizza has dough, tomato sauce. Those are preparations that have a specific ingredients, so that those have to be calculated first before we calculate the final product. So we're going to create one. We're going to do dough, and to find the format, the unit is always going to be grams, so it's fine, we can feel that. But to find the format and to find the price of the format, then we have to go here. But before we go here, I'm going to put this in orange, so we know that everything that is in orange means preparations, and everything that is blue is just regular ingredients. So let's change this also. You can customize this, the colors you want is fine, but so you know. Then we have we're going to get back to this preparation sheet in a few minutes. Then we have our standard recipe sheet. This is very useful because here you're going to be including all the ingredients that you need, all your standard recipe, all your instructions, and you can even add pictures. You can print this if you want to have it in your kitchen, share it with staff, and this is a really nice way to keep track of how people is making things and to have everyone doing the same. So once we have this ready, you can write down the recipe. Let's say mix salt, mix water plus salt, and then here you're going to add 2 and then 3, and you go. So you're going to be copying and pasting these numbers, okay? The quantity of your standard recipe is going to go, this is for dough, so I'm going to go to the sheet of dough and I'm going to copy paste, as you can see, and these lists are going to have the ingredients. All the ingredients we have here, you're going to be able to find them here. Now, the recipe here is by default, but let's say the salt is not here. Then we are going to find the salt over here, okay? Then we're going to find that it was calculated. The cost of ingredients, the 30% of operation, the total cost, the total weight, and even the total cost by each portion of dough if we wanted to. So, cost of operations is basically this, okay? The result of this. Then the 30% of operations means that this cost of operations is going to have an additional 30% for our operations. If your operations are more expensive, go ahead and change it. 30% is like regular. So we could change 40. We can change 50. Depending. If it's more expensive, if it's cheaper for you, just change it. But this is a standard. 30% is standard. And then we're going to be having our total cost, which means that it's going to be this plus this. And this is the total. Total weight means all the quantities together. Okay? And it's going to go here. Again, we are not going to be touching the columns with color or anything that has color. Okay? Then total cost. This is if you want to know right away how much costs you to make one dough ball. You can change this depending on if you do it at 190, if you use balls of 290 grams. This is all by grams again. Now we have our pizza sheet. This is like the complete product, the final product. So we're going to need the price by gram. So we're going to go back to preparations. We need the format and we need the price. How do we get that? We're going to go format equal the total weight and then price format equal total cost. Okay, and it's going to give us the price by gram. And then we're going to add dough. Okay, again, everything that is orange is going to show us the preparations. Everything that is blue is going to show us the single ingredients. Now, what do we need to make a margarita? We need the dough, of course, is going to be 250 grams, and it's going to calculate the total. And then we need tomato sauce. Tomato sauce is also a preparation. So we can duplicate the dough sheet, and we name it tomato sauce. Tomato sauce. And again, we only need to change this, tomato sauce, so we know. We're going to take this quantities over here. We're going to erase all these ingredients, and then we're going to add our tomatoes that are here, and then our salt. So tomato, let's say we use 2 kilograms, and then salt, we use 25 grams. Okay, so this is going to be the price. Again, please, these are not real numbers, real prices. It's just for the example. So if you see something that comes out too expensive, it's just because it's the random numbers. Now, again, we're going to go to preparations. We're going to put tomato sauce, grams. We're going to go to format, again, equal to total weight, and then equal to total cost. Okay? Price gram, we have it ready to go. Now we go to pizza margarita. We add tomato sauce. We say that we're going to use 100 grams, for example. It's going to calculate. And then we don't need anything else from preparations. We need now cheese. We don't have cheese, so we have to create it. So cheese, let's say 2,500 grams, and that cost us $30. Now we have the cheese. Let's start our basil, 100 grams, $2. We have our basil, and then we have cheese, we have basil, and then we are only going to add the quantity. Okay, and there you go. This is how you're going to calculate your final product. Very easy to use. Every time you need another sheet, just copy paste. If you're going to add another pizza, just copy paste. And this, as you can see, is going to have something different, because for preparations we are not going to be adding extra stuff, because extra fees, because here you can see that we are going to charge for the labor, and then we're going to have a percentage for our profit. But here we don't have that. We only have what cost us the operation, the making of the sauce. So then we have here that labor is going to be the percentage of the labor, and it's going to depend on how many hours and how much effort you have to put into a task. I don't recommend you to lower it. If anything, if it's something that is very difficult, that it takes you a lot of time, you can change it. It can be higher, like 120%, depending on how difficult it is. And then you have the margin you want, or the percentage you want for your profit, how much you want to make out of it after the cost, the operation, and the labor cost. And let's say you want to make 100% again, which is good. Then you will be adding, if you want to add like a discount for bulk, or like a special order, or whatever discount you want, then you're going to add that there, so you know exactly how much you need to charge. So let's say you want to give a 20% because it's like a family member, or a regular customer, or whatever. Then what you're going to do is that you are going to be earning only 80%